Union Minister of Department of Science and Technology, Independent Charge, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Minister of State for PMO Office, Personal Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Space, Shri Jitendra Singh launches Virtual Science Lab for Children under CSIR Jigyasa program. And Kanpur City on alert after 89 cases of Zika virus reported. Indian researcher develop new compounds to treat autism. I'm Nidhi Kumar and you're watching Science Time, a show that brings to you the best that science offers, from exciting developments in science and technology to futuristic solutions. So let's move on to story number one. And Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh launches India's first virtual science lab for children under CSIR Jigyasa program, which will also connect students with scientists across the country. And speaking on the occasion, Dr. Singh said the main aim of the virtual lab is to provide quality research exposure and innovative pedagogy for school students based on an online interactive medium. He said the new facility will immensely benefit students from Kendriya Vidyalayas, Navodaya Vidyalayas and government schools and will help in catching them young. He further added that the target audience for the virtual lab platform is students of standard 6 to 12 who would like to explore science using different activities, experienced researchers and faculties on the subjects of science, mathematics, biology and IT. He said initially the content will be available in English but has been planned to be made available in Hindi and other regional languages. This virtual lab will provide a virtual tour of CSIR laboratories and expose students to research infrastructure. And with this, let's move on to story number two. At least 89 people, including 17 children, have tested positive for the Zika virus in a district in India's most populous state of Uttar Pradesh. Kanpur's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Nepal Singh, told Reuters that there has been a surge in cases in the district. India reported its first confirmed cases of the virus in Gujarat in 2016. The mosquito-borne virus has been linked to shrunken brains in children and a rare autoimmune disease called Guillain-Barre syndrome. This is the first outbreak of the virus in Uttar Pradesh. The first case in Kanpur city was detected on 23rd October and cases have since been on the rise, a state health official told Reuters. The virus was first identified in monkeys in Uganda in 1947. The first human case was detected in Nigeria in 1954 and there have been further outbreaks in Africa, Southeast Asia and the Pacific Islands. But in May 2015, it was reported in Brazil and it spread rapidly. And there is no treatment. The only option is to reduce the risk of being bitten. Deaths are rare and only 1 in 5 people infected are thought to develop symptoms. These include mild fever, conjunctivitis, headache, joint pain, a rash. Uttar Pradesh's Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath noted that the infection was spreading rapidly in the city and instructed officials to speed up sanitization work, news agency ANI reported. Considering the seriousness, special caution is required. The health of each patient should be continuously monitored, he added. And with this, let's move on to the next story. Indian researchers have developed a compound that promises to offer better treatment for those suffering from autism spectrum disorder, improving their daily activities. Developed at the Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, the compound named 6-BIO has shown a potential to restore neuronal functions, learning and memory, as well as considerably reduce epileptic seizures in a mouse model. Autism spectrum disorder is one of the major health issues causing a tremendous burden to human society. Despite strenuous efforts around the world, there are still no drugs available to treat it. Current therapeutics aim only to alleviate symptoms such as epileptic seizures or sleep issues, but not to treat the multiple problems of the disorder. A major challenge in finding therapeutics to treat it is to help the patients perform their daily activities with efficiency close to that of a healthy person. And interestingly, the study showed that the compound named 6-BIO restored the neural functions not only when administered during development and childhood stages, but also after mid-childhood when most of the brain regions are considered to have formed properly. Previous studies have attributed disruption in optimal brain development, mainly neuroconnections during the early stage of development, that is, baby's childhood, as one of the causes of disorder. Due to the altered brain development, information processing becomes aberrant and understanding simple tasks becomes exceptionally challenging for patients suffering from it. Using electrophysiology, which helps understand how neurons communicate, and behavioral experiments, which indicate the overall brain function, the JNCASR team has shown that the new compound named 6-BIO can restore the information processing in the mouse model. Thus, it has a strong potential as a therapeutic to treat the disorder. The researchers have published their report in the journal Experimental Brain Research. The team consisted of Vijay Verma, M.J. Vijay Kumar, Kavita Sharma, Sridhar Rajaram, Ravi Mudda Shetty, Ravi Manjeet Haya, Thomas Benchek, and James P. Clement. And with this is a wrap on this edition of Science Time. We'll be back with more interesting stories from the world of science next week. Stay tuned to India Science. Namaskar.